Hey everybody, Cliff Ford here, and today in this video, I'm basically going to be doing the same thing I did on my last video, where I made like a how and why. Well, that one was for Carrot, or how and why Carrot will join the Straw Hats, and this one is going to be for Yamato specifically. So how and why Yamato will join the Straw Hats in general. So to basically sum it up, just like I said in the carrot video, I basically said that this video isn't necessarily going over the concept of like why I personally believe that she should join the strides based upon my opinion. No, it was more of like giving off an analysis or like giving sort of a thought description on like why I believe that she would join based upon her opinion or her own decision. So that's going over this in a way where I'm basically like sort of going over Yamato personally and sort of giving off a bit of an explanation and a thought process to basically sort of explain why I believe that Yamato will join the Straw Hats based upon Yamato's own decision. So this is more of like not giving off my personal thought process of it, but more of giving it off like if Yamato was basically here, sort of telling her own voice of words, basically telling you guys herself why she wants to join the Straw Hats crew. You can use he or she for however I might accidentally say she, so I know Yamato refers to herself as a male or like a son. So I'm be honest, I might make mistakes. I will make mistakes. So I'm really sorry if anyone gets offended by that. Okay. So basically like in the care video where I basically mentioned I started with the why and then I did the how at the end. I'm going to be doing the same thing here where I'm going to be focusing on the why and I'm going to focus on the how at the end. Now, Yamato is a very interesting person. So, we were first introduced to Yamato during the raid on Onigashima in the Wano arc and stuff like that. So, and when we first when we're first introduced to Yamato, he is referred to as the son of Kaido. It isn't until after Yamato meets Luffy and takes off his mask where it is revealed that Yamato is not actually a male, but is actually a female. Yeah. And going over this, we discovered that Yamato basically wants to join Luffy's alliance to help take down Kaido, who is her father. Now Yamato basically refers to herself as Odin. So. And what this basically means is that Yamato knows that she's not really Odin, and she's not like personally like a lot of people get confused on Yamato's situation. So Yamato might need to be a little bit more clear on what she's trying to say. So in reality, like Yamato isn't necessarily trying to say that like she's Odin literally, like literally Odin literally, but more of like like she believes in Odin, like she wants to be someone like Odin in general or like that. So instead of like referring to it like saying like you are literally a person, and instead of like, and so be honest, like there are times when Yamato might get carried away with her claiming that she's Odin, and be honest, I'm sure a lot of people are going to think this is that after the Onigashima is done and Kaido's been defeated, I imagine there's going to be a lot of trouble with some of the other samurais, especially the other scabbards. Nine scabbards, the other scabbards, that if Yamato just starts throwing off calling herself Odin, I imagine there's going to be a lot of confusion and a lot of backlash of anger of that. So Yamato might need to be a little bit more specific on what she's trying to say, but we're not really. But this isn't really diving into what that is. So that's not what this is about. So to basically continue on the why. So, I've gone over my basic thoughts to like why I want to Yamato or even Carrot to join based upon my personal opinion. But like I said, this is more of giving off analysis on why Yamato wants to join the Straw Hat crew based upon her own decision. So this is going over her decision, not mine. Okay, so. Yamato, like I said, Yamato is the child of Kaido. And during a lot of times with now to really go over the best way to look over Yamato's decision on why she wants to join the Straw Hat crew is to basically look at the backstory of her. And the best way to get this backstory is to go over her fight with Kaido. So basically, we're going to be looking at a lot of the fights with Yamato and Kaido to really get a good idea on what we're going for. So. when we first meet Yamato, well, like I said, she meets Luffy, and she basically asks Luffy to take off the shackles for her, and that her father has basically became a prisoner here, and that she's been wanting to get off the island for a long time. Now, a lot of times when Yamato was having her fight with Kaido, or her father, or after Luffy had gotten knocked over the edge and fall over to the had basically gotten knocked over the side of the Onigashima, Yamato stepped in and Luffy would be able to return. Had stepped in and Luffy would be able to return. And this is where we get a good, we sort of give a good idea and sort of a backstory on Yamato's connections and problems that she had suffered. So Yamato has always been treated like a prisoner on Wano, in that for all her life that she's just wanted to go on an adventure, or she wanted to like go out there and like she wanted to go out on the sea, she wanted to go on an adventure or stuff like that. But her father always kept her prisoner, or she can never be free to do her own thing. And it's not necessarily really going on an adventure, or that's the main focus of what Yamato basically wants, and what she's basically asking Luffy to join the crew. No, that's not it. What it basically is that Yamato wants to go on an adventure with friends. Yamato wants to make friends. Yamato wants to that's basically what Yamato wants. She wants friends. She wants to have a bunch of friends. And right now in the current storyline, Yamato, while she does have while it's on like people like Luffy or even Momo have seen that, have come to realize that Yamato is not much of a threat, but they haven't really considered her a friend. Like they see that she's not a threat. They see that she's not a threat, and they can see that like she wants to be helpful and stuff like that. But they haven't really announced or even really considered her a friend in a way like someone they can consider a friend. So be honest. So to be honest, what Yamato basically wants is that Yamato just wants to basically have a friend, and we sort of get this a lot with her with her fight with her father, where this comes up in a lot of situations. Her only like real friend is that we meet in the current storyline is Fuga, but Fuga is one of those number monsters, and I think what Yamato is basically wanting for, while Fuga is a great friend to play with Yamato, I think Yamato is wanting more of like friends that can really understand her, or in the sense of like kind of like understanding her her ways of life, and like her like talk to be able to have a conversation with to really go over that. Okay, so when Yamato is basically fighting her father, or Kaido, there were a lot of moments where we're sort of getting a good idea on this. So Kaido, Kaido is basically saying, telling Yamato, is that like there's moments where Kaido is basically telling Yamato, is that everyone knows that you're my son, what makes you think anyone will consider you a friend? And I think what this is basically going at where Kaido is basically telling everyone is that even if you go out there, see, once people find out that you're my child, that you're my child, once everyone finds out that you're my child, they're going to be afraid of you like they were afraid of me. And I think what Yamato wants to do is that she wants to prove that it's not true, that people won't have to be afraid of her or just because they're afraid of you. And you can see a lot of connections with this, with say like the fishermen and in general, where the fishermen were like during their past asked that they've always had to stay beneath the ocean floor and never come to the surface so much because fear of the humans and stuff like that, and like how there's no peace between them, and how there's just fear. And the same thing can be said for like Kaido's race. Like Kaido seems to be referred to as like an Oni race from what we can understand. This isn't like necessarily completely true, but this is sort of how everyone is sort of describing it. Not to mention Yamato is referred to as the Oni princess. So and Kaido even mentioned that Yamato is basically the child of an Oni. So now during Yamato's childhood, she actually made friends with some samurai. So when her father had locked her up in a cave and stuff like that, she had managed to make friends with samurais who managed to help her, help teach her how to read, and they even like help feed her food to keep her healthy and stuff like that. And they didn't even like they didn't even care like she was the daughter of Kaido that was behind this, and like and in Kaido, he Kaido literally had them killed, had the samurai killed, like, and this was devastating for Yamato because right now the current storyline, Yamato is like all of Yamato's real friends that she had met in the past are now all gone. These samurai are gone on that she had a connection with. Ace that she had met that was hoping that where she was hoping that Ace would come back would but he's gone too. So now, and that's why when Yamato met Ace for the first time, and Ace had mentioned Luffy and stuff like that, and after like this, after Ace had lost his life, Yamato's only chance now to basically be free is hoping that when Luffy would come to Wano, Luffy could be her last shot to basically to leave Wano for good and to basically go out there on an adventure with friends. So that's basically what Yamato wants. That's like what that's my opinion, and that's probably what Yamato's dream is. It's not her dream isn't to basically be to open necessary and stuff. Like the only reason she wants to do this is because Wano, while it's like a prison for her, it's still the home of the samurai. And those samurai were such good friends to her. Like those samurai, they were good friends to her. And like Yamato sees that, all my life I've been a prisoner here on Wano. Like sure, Wano is not my home, but this is their home, and they were friends to me. They were my friends. Like that's how it is. Those samurai that were trapped with Yamato, they became her friends. They didn't care about her. They didn't care about her lineage or anything like that. And Yamato basically sees that just because I was a prisoner here doesn't mean that the people who actually call this their home need to be trapped in their home, need to be a prisoner or a slave on their own home. And that's why Yamato wants to free Wano. She wants to help open the borders of Wano. She wants to help open it, not because it's her dream, but because it's the right thing to do. And basically going over other things in general, Kaido is basically going over the fights more and more. Kaido, like you can see like in reality with a lot of things that it's basically just going over some dynamics and situations where Yamato like Kaido is even saying is like people are always going to be afraid of you no matter what, and that's basically what Yamato wants to prove is that Yamato wants to prove that that's not true, that she can make her own decisions, that she doesn't want to follow in her father's footsteps. It's not necessarily saying that she wants to like follow in Odin's footsteps completely. No, it just means that Yamato wants to she wants to follow more on the path of how Odin followed his, but not necessarily following it completely. All right, it just means that she wants to be like a great person like Odin was, instead of being a cruel person like Kaido was. That's kind of like how it goes. So the way I can see it in general is that like why Yamato is joining the Strike Crew is that she's basically just gonna be it's based like why she wants to join the crew. It's really quite easy because she wants to go out there on an adventure, or she wants to basically like leave one and go on an adventure, or but the thing about this is that she doesn't just want to go on a simple adventure by herself. She wants to go on an adventure with friends. She wants to go out there and make friends. And that's the thing. Like she wants to basically like tell everyone that you've got a friend, like you've got a friend in me, or basically like be there and tell someone that you ain't never had a friend like me, or even saying or even like that's what friends are for. Because Yamato sees like looking at Luffy and his crew that they're all different. They all have their problems, their life, but yet they all consider each other friends. They're all nakamas, and that's what Yamato is wanting. Kaido has basically told Yamato all her life that you need to basically grow up because because our kind will never be considered friends. That we will always compete. We'll always be feared. That I'm always going to be feared, and that even if you go out there, once once people know that you're my son, once everyone knows that you are my child, they will fear you, and that's not what friends are. And that's basically what Yamato wants to prove wrong, is that she will have friends. So Yamato wants to prove that she can have friends, and basically standing by each other's side, just like the Straw Hats stand by each other's side, and that's what friends are for. Or I'm naming a lot of friend songs that come from Disney movies and stuff like that. That and so and now going over exactly. So the really dynamic thing about it is that Yamato, why she wants to join the Strats crew, it's not necessarily saying that she wants to join the crew because she wants to escape. That is true. She wants to escape, but it's more of like saying like she wants to join Luffy's crew because she wants to be with friends, and that she believes that Luffy and the crew can become her friends for a journey, to go on a journey with friends. And she really believes this. This is why she even told her father, or that after we defeat you, after you are beaten and we free Wano, I am going to sail with Luffy. And like telling her father like there's nothing you can do to stop me. And this is like really upsets her father. And we can sort of this kind of might explain like why Kaido has mental problems. Not to mention, like, if a lot of Kaido's race, so the Oni race, have been feared and stuff like that, we can also understand this with characters like King, or even like or even Jack, because Jack is a fishman, and we all know about the relationship with the humans and the fishmen and stuff like that. And not to mention, there's even things with like King as a Lunarian race. We discover that King's race, they used to live on the Red Line for like centuries ago, and Tomb King's race was completely wiped out with maybe a few Lunarians that still being alive. How many we don't know. King might even be the last one that King could literally be the last one for all we know. And we can see how the connections between these is that Kaido, the way we can probably see is that Kaido had like as realizing that these people will never consider me a friend, and like maybe that's why it really delved him into like joining the Rocks pirates in general, is because Rocks is like a monster with insane power, and that he's probably realizing that Kaido's best chances of survival is to basically sail with these powerful people, these powerful pirates, who are like literally terrifying in their own right. And Kaido's probably thinking like, I belong with these people. We don't really know specifically. Like, we'll need to wait to see if Oda is going to give us like an actual backstory on Kaido to really go over this. But it's a really good idea. It's not a bad suggestion to go over, or to basically go over it. Right, but to really sum it up, what I'm basically saying is that why Yamato is going to join the crew based upon her own decision is to basically say that Yamato wants to go on an adventure with friends. She wants to prove that she can have friends. And we can probably see this as a good possibility. And that Kaido only considers those who are like outcast as his friends. Like he probably doesn't even consider it, or others his friends. Is that he only considers those who are his outcasts, who respects him, like Jack or even King. He only considers them loyal because of suffers that they probably have suffered of their past. And I feel like maybe this is why Kaido is basically we can try to see this as like where Kaido is basically probably doesn't want Yamato to suffer the same thing, and that maybe Yamato basically wants to prove her father wrong. So that's basically why. Like, I know I'm repeating a lot of things with my whys and stuff like that, but I just really want to make sure I get the message clear. So yeah. Okay, so now I think I'll go over the how part. So how will Yamato join the crew? So just like I said in the Kira video, where I mentioned like one way we can look at it is like how Kira will join is that maybe she'll sneak aboard the ship. All right, But then I suggested, like, well, what if they just ask Luffy a simple question? What if they just ask Luffy to join the crew? And just like I said in the Kira video, is that, you can't just make it simply direct or just simply say, hey, can I join the crew? I felt like you needed to make a very specific and good reason on why you wanted to join the crew. So just like where I was saying before, where Yamato wanted to make friends, where she wanted to go on a journey with friends and prove that she can make friends. We can see that as maybe that's a possibility on how Yamato will join the crew is by simply asking Luffy, "Hey Luffy, can I go?" Basically asking Luffy, "Hey Luffy, can I travel with you guys on your adventure, or so I can travel with friends? I want to go on an adventure with friends. I want to journey with friends. I want to go out there and make friends." And I feel like this could be a good this might be a good start where if Yamato basically tells Luffy why she wants to go on this adventure with him, and it's sort of like instead of just saying like instead of just saying directly that, hey, can you guys let me sail with you, I feel like if she like really gives a good reason and explains her feelings on why she wants to travel with him in general, I feel like Luffy wouldn't have any problems with that. But I feel like in order to do it, it can't just be as simple like, hey, I want to stay with you guys. I feel like that in order to really accomplish this, in order to like really do it, you got to basically prove to Luffy that you have a reason to why you want to sail with his crew. So I have no way to really determine if this is what Oda is going to do, but this is basically how I'm seeing it from Yamato's point of view. Same thing with Carrot when I made the Carrot video last night. So that's going over that. So yeah, that's basically it that I have for this video. So basically to sum it up, the why Yamato wants to sail with the crew is basically because she wants to go on an adventure with friends, and she wants to go out there and make friends. She doesn't want to be a prisoner to the island. She wants to basically make friends, and it's not just making friends with the samurai, right? Because even Kaido had basically told her that these samurai would never consider your friends, and that they always be afraid of and that Yamato basically wants to prove that that's not true. The samurai were my friends, and I can make even more friends with the samurai if you just give me a chance. So that's basically what it is. So basically, like I said in the Carrot video, Carrot wants to basically in the Carrot video, I mentioned that Carrot wants to learn to get stronger, or that's why Carrot would want to join the Straw Crew, is so she can learn to get stronger. Or with Yamato, it's basically saying that Yamato wants to prove that she can have friends, that she can basically have friends that don't have to be afraid of her just because of who she is or where she comes from. And so I feel like Yamato was really good chance of really going like Yamato's good chance of going for this is Luffy's crew because of Luffy's dynamics and how his crew operates. Right, a lot of the crew members on Luffy's crew have really can understand this feeling and passion, like Chopper. Or Chopper was basically, he was a reindeer who ate the human Hito no Mi, or the human fruit. And he was basically outcasted by the other reindeer. Even the townsfolk and villagers considered him a monster. Or So you can see it as a good standpoint to like where or even like say like Nico Robin, and who is basically considered a devil child all her life and hunted down by the Marines, by the Navy and stuff like that. um or like the Marines, and then you have say like Jinbei being a fisherman, and just the relationship between the humans and the fishermen. And so yeah, so you can see how you can understand like why Yamato is making the decision, like why it has to be Luffy, his crew. And it's not just because Luffy is Ace's brother. I mean, sure, that could be a small possibility, but that's not the main reason. And it's basically, to sum it up, is that Yamato sees that this is what friends are. This is what sailing with friends and adventure is, and that's basically what Yamato wants. Yamato wants to go on an adventure with friends. So yeah, so I'm going a little overboard, a lot of things. I'm sort of repeating my words 100 times, but yeah. So I explained the why, and I sort of gave the how part by saying like how Yamato is going to join by just simply asking Luffy to join, but not just simply asking it in a simple manner, or by sort of giving your reason. by sort of giving a really good reason on why you want to join. So how is she going to join? By just simply by asking Luffy, but not just simply asking him directly, by giving more of a by giving a point of view on like why you want to join, by explaining her reason why she wants to join. And who knows? Maybe if she really gives a good explanation to Luffy, Luffy will probably change his mind and allow her to sail with him. Yeah. We'll have to wait till Oda makes his decision to see what happens, but that is a possibility. So, yeah. So basically, like I said, Carrot wants to learn to get stronger, and for Yamato, it's to basically prove that she can have friends, to prove that people don't have to be afraid of her just because of who she is and where she comes from. And I feel like that's what Yamato wants. That's why Yamato wants to sail with Luffy. Look, your opinions could probably be completely different. You might not see my point of view, and that's okay. This is just a simple video topic on how and why for Yamato will join the Strike Crew. And so basically, that is the end of the video. So yeah, so hey, if you like the video, I appreciate it. Go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below on your thoughts and opinions on how and why Yamato would join the Strike Crew. And if you liked my thought process and what I was suggesting, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, by the way, and hit that notification bell. And look, you all have a great day. And if anyone out there who is a fan of Yamato wanting to join the Strike Crew, or even Carrot, I'm on both for joining after Wano, then hey, don't give up hope. I'm sure it'll come true. All right, we just gotta hold on. So you all have a great day. Bye now.